Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's get the lights on. How's everybody doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? How are you? How are you? Much love to everybody this morning. We are in a free trade this morning, huh? Who's in the free trade? Huh? Who's in the free trade this morning? Are you in the free trade this morning? Oh, my dog is Honey. That's Honey. She's a good girl, isn't she? Yes, she is. All right, lights look like crap in here. Let's get these on a little bit here. Make it look nice in here. There we go. What do we want? This one? Want some flashing back there? All right. Just finishing up my breakfast. Who's in the free trade? Who's winning the free trade? This is the free trade right here. I'll do a little bit of an analysis on this one for you on the 1 hour time frame. Bit of a swing trade, day trade. All right. Not a scalp. Just finish my food quickly. Look at that back hump though. Jeez, I spent too much time on the damn computer. Back hump on this boy looks terrible. Your house flooded this morning. I'm sorry, Ryan. Floods are the worst. The worst. The worst. You know, we do have the free trade copier. So you could take that free trade with the copier. Ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Look at this thing go. All right, it's a bit bright in here. Let me turn the lights down. All right, I'm closing the blinds. I got a tea going. I got a trade going. Life is good. I hope your life is good. What else do I got? I got, let me get these multivitamins. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Let's keep pushing, baby. The Patties and I are about to get a win to start the day off the free trade. Sent that trade before I even went to the gym. Did you see my video? My new drone. Look at this thing. This thing's crazy, huh? And it comes with a pad. Look at that. Sick, right? Sick, sick, sick. Definitely going to the mansion. And I'm going to be filming some cool stuff at the mansion, all right? How's everybody doing this morning? I'm so happy to be here with everybody this morning. Yesterday was a great, great day. I think we should go ahead and take a look at that Euro-US dollar trade we did. Yeah, I got the drone. This is the drone right there. I did a little video on it too, eh? Did you check out that video on my Instagram? It was sick. I actually edited this myself. I haven't edited it in ages. But I was so excited I got the drone. It took me like 10 minutes. And let's see, this is not available. All right, what, my story's not available? What the hell's going on here? All right, let's give it a refresh here. 6.7 thousand followers. Look, we got some more followers. People are watching. All right, look at this one right. Yeah, this is, I'm talking trash about the stream yesterday. Awesome stream in a row. Shout out to Akshay Bhatia, his third stream in a row. And there's one. Oh, look at this. How about that? Look at that transition with the music. Damn. Damn. I edited this myself. And there it is, right there. The drone. The drone, the drone, the drone. So, I'm going to be getting some incredible images and footage with the drone. Hell yeah, thanks Yasu. Did that myself, and I'm not good at editing. I'm an old man. So, what do we have this morning? We have our free trade. Let's go into the free room and take a look and see what I was thinking with this trade. Sent this trade to you at 4 in the morning. We've already updated it The stop loss is already break even, so this is a risk-free trade. And let's go back into it. This is it right here, huh? Look at that. Scroll out. You can see I've got a nice level right here, okay? Look, this level's been used as support. This level's been used as resistance. This level's been used as support. This level's been used as support, as resistance. And so we're at this level again, and we're using it what? As support. Now, where am I going to enter? I'm going to enter at my EMA. Look, I've got my EMA, and I also have the trend line. 1, 2, 3 touches, and a break. And then I'm entering the trade, and look at this thing shoot up in our direction. A beautiful trade. Aussie CAD. Very, very close to our take profit. And this is obviously a break-even trade now. So let's pull that stop loss up. We're going to be watching this one this morning. This was my warm-up trade. I wonder if Raj is here or if Raj is even alive after yesterday. Poor Raj got scammed. Definitely doing some new trades this morning. Right now it is 9:36. I'm looking at the 15-minute candle. All right, let's go ahead and go through the trading strategy. Got about 500 people in here right now, so a solid start to the morning. Let's see if we could get up to 1,000 this morning. It's the last stream of the week, so get your wins in while you can. All right, this is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment only. Don't copy my trades unless you're risky, or just don't copy them at all right? So what do we have right here? We have the 15-minute candle. It's going up, it's going down. Right now it's 9:36. I'm looking at this 15-minute candle. As it goes up and goes down, it creates the candle low and the candle high, and that creates our opening range, our range top, our range bottom, okay? And why are we doing it at 9:30? Because that's the New York Stock Exchange open, okay? Perfect. Then our range is set. We're watching the candles on the 5-minute time frame. What are the candles doing? We're waiting for them to break out the top or break out the bottom. That's going to give us some direction. 5-minute time frame still. Look, the candle came up, it broke, and it closed above the top of our range, telling us we're bullish, we're looking for buys. But where are we going to buy? Dennis, shut up. And then you have the discretionary entry here, right? Price pulls back. Maybe you enter at a fair value gap, a demand zone. We only pick the best spots to enter a trade. And then look, on this one I entered on the FVG. I put my stop loss below the range. I took a short take profit on a partial, and then I let the rest ride for take profit too. If you don't understand that, you're dumb and you shouldn't trade. No, I'm kidding. I'll teach it again another time. But we are looking for a take profit right here. On my free trade, we're going to be monitoring this trade. Yeah, 600 people. Let's get into 1,000 people here. We get into 1,000 people very shortly. Is there news today? Let's go ahead and take a look at the news calendar on Forex Factory. Give that thing a refresh here. We've had some news already. Just the Australian dollar news at 11:05 p.m. So that's later. So by then we hopefully will be deep into the Australian dollar trade, right? Hopefully by then we've already won this trading position, and maybe it pushes it all the way up to another profit level in case you're in VIP and you got a second take profit level way up. Obviously we have VIP discounts going on all week, so if you're not in the VIP room, feel free to join. Listen to Ahmed. Give it a like, please. Smash that like button for me. Clap. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here today. I'm in a pretty good mood. US dollar news, maybe I didn't see any new US dollar news. I'm only looking at high impact news though. It is Wednesday. It is not Thursday, so it is not Thursday, okay? Today is Wednesday, so it's just this news right here, so be careful, make sure you're reading that right. All right, so we're in this trade. Yesterday, what was our winning trade? Where's our winning trade from yesterday? Maybe we go to the 5-minute time frame. Where was our winner? Oh my gosh. What an entry. I should have stayed in this one. Look at this thing. Yeesh. I could have had a 1 to 11 risk reward. Why didn't I stay in this one? Okay, whatever. Regardless, this was the trade from yesterday. Let's break it down and then start getting into some new trades. Holy crap, but there were some traders that stayed in this one. All right, so what did we have? We had a level of support, right? Look at this right here. A level of support. I wanted to trade with the trend, right? So I wanted to be above that EMA. I wanted to buy, right? I wanted to trade trend yesterday. I'm gonna try and trade trend trade again today. Okay, so first thing I had my zone right here. Okay, so we had 9:30 a.m. to 9:45, created the range high, created the range low. All right, that's what we had. Then we had the candle break and close above, so we were bullish, right? We were above the 200 EMA, so we were bullish. We were reacting off of our support zone, so we were bullish. We had 3 reasons just there to get into this trade. 3 reasons just there to get into this trade, okay? Now I want to get an entry. Originally, my entry was right here, okay? This was my original entry at the EMA, but I was a bit scared that I wasn't going to get into this trade, so I got into the trade where at the FVG, the fair value gap right here. I entered the position right here. Could have been a sharper entry, but still awesome, right? No problem. After we had a couple candles come down, we pushed up. The first candle came all the way up here, ticked my take profit 1. I took a partial out of there. I think it was around 600. Then price kept pushing up throughout the entire stream, hit take profit 2 right there, pulled out another 1700 or so. And it was a very, very profitable day. It was a very nice day. And you know what? We're going to be looking to do the same damn thing today. Same damn thing today, okay? So that's what's up. What kind of levels do we have here? Do we have any crazy levels that we need to watch out for? Got a real 4-hour level of demand right there on EU. I don't like that. Who's changing my thing? Let's use the blue one. Look at that 4-hour demand right there. Price is coming down to that 4-hour demand, so possibly we can sell off of that, buy off of that area on EU. What's the 4-hour looking like on gold? We've pulled back to this level right here on gold. What's the daily look like? The daily gold is at a level of resistance right here, okay? So gotta be careful. Maybe we're selling down a little bit here on gold. You could see on the daily we've reacted off of this level. And yes, what's Pat doing? Is Pat looking at higher time frames? Yes, I'm gonna start looking at some higher time frames for you. Obviously, I don't do too much higher time frame analysis. I'm scalping. I'm looking more at recent price action, but this is gonna help us just get a little bit of direction for the day. Same thing here on DJI on the daily. Chat trade Martina, that's an old one. All right, what are we looking at here? Still in an uptrend, right? Jeez, uptrend, uptrend, uptrend on the daily. It's a good idea to buy Nasdaq, isn't it? All right, what else do we have? GU. GU's at a pretty good daily support level here. Could continue up a little bit there. NU reacted well off that EMA 3 times, huh? EMA traders, good for you. Going up on AUD. EG at a real level of resistance here on EG. All right, let's come down to the 5-minute time frames here. Got a lot going on, obviously. We are now in a downtrend on EG. We're selling EG. We do have our ranges now set on EG. Let's take a look. Range high, range low. We'd be looking to sell this, right? We'd be looking to sell this. Break of the zone, retest. Retests, come down. Now, we have multiple levels here. We have this supply right here, and we have lower time frame supply around here. Okay, so that gives us a couple options on EG. If we close out the bottom here, if we get the candle close out here, we can pull back to this level right here and sell it. Or if the candles are big, we could wait for it to come all the way up here to retest that level once again. So those are some options on EG. You could see exactly what I'm doing, how I'm trading. How is the microphone? I'm a little bit further from the microphone today. Just testing something a little bit different. Let me know if the sound is good. Is the sound good? Yeah, we do have the FVG here. Big FVGs, right? Creating nice level of supply. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has fallen a little bit here. Now below the EMA. Look at this as a decent level though. Let's take a look at let's go to the hourly time frame here and see what kind of a level we have. Right there is a decent level on the hourly. Right here is a decent level. And what else do we have for resistance? Nothing really screaming at me, so let's now come down to the 5-minute time frame and take a look at how that looks. We are below the EMA, but we're at a decent level of support, so be looking for a breakout the top here if the support holds. If the support doesn't hold, forget about it. What am I doing now? If this candle breaks through there, well, don't bother. Or maybe wait for it to come down to your next level right here if you're looking to buy, okay? Play it safe. Do I ever trade silver? I rarely trade silver, but I could take a look at silver at some point. GU looks good for a buy, all right? We're above the EMA. Respected the EMA here. Took liquidity below the EMA there. And now we are breaking out, okay? So what do we have today on GU? A decent setup on GU. This looks all right. We have a demand zone right here, okay? Demand zone right there. So we have our level of demand. Maybe we'll change that and we'll draw Pat's demand zone. What's Pat's demand zone? It's green, all right? It's green. There's my demand zone, okay? So it's a demand zone. So overlapping with a level of support. We do have our EMA right here, so we may not be able to break through that. But if we get the candle close out the top right here, we're looking good. Shout out to Crown Capital Insights. It's his first time at the stream, so shout out to any of you newcomers. We appreciate it. We're looking for a candle close right here. Let me take a look at my free trade. How's the free trade going? Free trade's looking pretty good still, huh? We're gonna break out the top of this range and we're gonna hit our TP on the free trade. All right, that's our free trade. Let's pull this sucker in a little bit there, clean it up. All right, we're going to be monitoring this free trade. This GU trade looks pretty good, but it just rejected off my level. We got to get a close out there. All right, we got to get a close out here. That's what we want. What else am I looking at? I'm looking at, what was it? EU sells. Okay, we didn't get the close there. I'm looking at Swiss franc a lot. And I'm looking at US CAD, although US CAD, I think I have a really bad win rate with US CAD, even though it's something about living in Canada that I always want to buy the US dollar against the Canadian dollar because I live so close here that I see like a lot of the mistakes that the government is making, or at least I see a lot of the reporting on the mistakes the government is making, so I always feel very bearish on the Canadian dollar and the Canadian economy in general, and sometimes that bites me in the ass because I think it's like I'm stuck in kind of one of those bubbles, you know, where I'm just only getting information that's negative about Canada, and so I'm always trading negative on Canada and getting rinsed. All right, that was some sort of an explanation for you. For all my hockey fans, got the Leafs going today. Come to Australia. Maybe I'll come see you Aussies. I think my wife's gonna make me watch that Love Island Australia again soon, so I'm there in Bondi. I just gave my entry model. Alright, so what was I doing on US dollar Swiss franc? We're waiting for a break out the top right here, okay? We're waiting for that break out the top. US CAD, nice little trend line break. I love buying the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. It screws me every time, but I'm going to do it today. All right, so what do I want to see? I want to see a break out the top. Okay, I want to see that candle close and come back. So let's start drawing some potential positions here. The problem is our demand is really low down there. It's really low, okay? But that's all right. What do I want to see happen? I want to see break, close, pull back. GU, when am I entering? I don't have it yet. I need to have a break, close, right? Break, close, pull back, okay? These are the ideas that I have this morning. US dollar Swiss franc, I need the same thing, okay? So I'm feeling pretty long today. I'm feeling a bit bullish today. So what I need is break, close, pull back, okay? You see me doing this on all of these right here, okay? Break, close, pull back. Break, close, pull back. Euro USD is the only one that I was thinking about selling. What do I need, right? This line, if I'm selling, I need break, close, right? This has to break, close, pull back. The fact that it's coming up here right now is bad. Why is it bad? Because this right here is my level of supply right here. You can pull that up. That is my level of supply right there. And I don't want the price to tap it because I like a fresh demand and a fresh supply, right? You can use a supply or a demand on multiple occasions. You can, but you want it fresh. Fresh is better, okay? Untapped fair value gaps, untapped demand and supply are better. When will we be available on the phone? What do you mean phone? The new broker, link is in the description. The new broker should have the phone. I should be able to use your MetaTrader on the phone. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Feeling jacked today. Worked out chest this morning. How do I look? Is the chest coming through? My shirt's not tight enough. There you go. There you go. Untapped babes are the best too. Absolutely. No sluts in the chat unless they're for me. It's the manosphere in here. All right, so we have a few setups to look at. All right, so we have the break. Right, now we want to see the close and the pullback here, okay? All right, we got the break right there. Look, I put it right here. Is it going to come to my level, close, and then pull back to my entry on GU? It's a possible setup here that we have this morning. Euro USD. Euro USD is not good. It didn't break. All right, look. Right here is the break. Now it's tapping into my supply, but we never broke, right? So we want to see that break. That's that additional confluence to make sure this works. If price comes to this level and shoots down, I'm going to be annoyed, but we need that extra confluence. We need all those damn reasons. Did I test this on London Open? Not yet. Well, I've been back testing it on London Open, trying to figure out some good pairs for it, and I will be doing a video on that. We have a new broker, Zizo. Take a look in the video description for the new broker. Sponsor is at the top as well, okay? We're on a one trade win streak, And I have my new drone here that I've been talking about. Obviously, I'm gonna take the drone over to the mansion at some point this week. Look at that, getting a bit of a reaction there. Didn't get the close. We got the close here, and we're waiting for a pullback. So GU's won. Didn't get the close here. Really pissing me off here that we're not getting the close, because, you know, now you're coming and you're gonna screw up my damn demand zone. Link for the broker does not work. Should work. Should work. I still use Fintura. I use multiple brokers. I don't just like cut off a broker completely. I just, you know, Fintura didn't have MetaTrader 5. I do want MetaTrader 5. Okay. EU closed above, yeah, but we're bullish. I mean, we're bearish, right? We're below the EMA, right? So we're trying to trade with this trend. Okay, so I was looking to sell. I don't want the close above, I want the close below, right? This is what I wanted right there on EU. So crypto spreads are all right so far. All the spreads have been all right so far. I've been pretty happy with the new broker. I've been using them actually for a long time already, but they've just now stepped up to sponsor the stream. So shout out to AAAFX. Feel free to register. You know, there's going to be some sort of deposit bonuses that I'm going to work on with them soon. I don't know if there's like some sort of a coupon code you could use or something to get a deposit bonus, but we're going to be looking. We also have UJ. Yes, shout out to Amari. Let's take a look at UJ. We have the break on UJ. That is a nice little setup. Now, we do lose on Japanese pairs constantly. We only have 8 losses, and I think 5 of them have come on Japanese pairs. I'll have to BTC broke. Let's see, BTC broke out the bottom. Yeah. I don't like selling Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin, so I don't sell Bitcoin. All right, so we have the break. That's a nice little trend line. We have our EMA right here. Okay. We have a level of supply. Okay, right here. Not the best level of supply, but a supply nonetheless. Right there. I think we'd just probably let it pull up just a little bit further, right? Right, it's coming out about this much of our EMA, this much of our EMA. So if it's going to come out this much of our EMA again, let's put our short position there, okay? Let's put the short position somewhere like that on UJ, all right? That is a decent setup right there. Let's see if we can get into this trading position here. GBP USD is running. Yeah, well, it's getting to our level of resistance right here, so maybe it'll push off of this level and come back down. We got all day, baby, so we're just trying to keep the streak alive, trying to stay patient on stream. All right, I was also looking at NU, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So let's pull this one up right here, get a closer look at my 15-minute level of demand. Now, the problem with this demand zone is what? It's not fresh. It's been tapped once. It's been tapped twice. And we are kind of losing steam, aren't we? We're losing steam. But we do have a new level of demand on the 5-minute, okay? So, new level of demand. Well, let's take a look here. Yeah, it's probably here. There's more of our level of demand. You could get it on the 4-minute, okay? And we are breaking above right here. Look, range high, range low. We're breaking above right here. So we want to pull back to that level of demand, our 4-minute demand. And then we'll go long. Where are we going to go long? Right about there, probably. Something like this. Okay, now let me just, I don't want to set up too many of these. Sometimes I set up too many of these and then we get in trouble. Okay, so let's take a second and let's breathe. UJ, we do like. I like this one. NZDUSD, how's our trend line on this one? Do we have a trend line that works for us? Yeah, that's probably your best looking trend line, something like that, okay? And that is containing price currently, so we're gonna need to see a break on that. All right, looks like we're breaking through it a little bit there. Break, pull back, okay. Let's see, so UJ, decent. This one is decent. GU's kind of taken off on us, so let's pull this out of the limit orders. US dollar Swiss franc never broke, so let's pull that out of the limits. EU never broke, pull that out of the limits. UCAD, so I'm organizing. Never broke through here on UCAD either, so let's pull that out of the limits. Those are the maybes. Those are the maybes. These appear to be the limits right now, UJ and NU, because on this one, these we actually have the breaks, and we have the break of the trend line as well. So let's see, trend line break, pull back, shoot up. Okay, that is the goal here on this one. Nasdaq, what are we doing on Nasdaq? Nasdaq has significantly fallen. The problem with these Nasdaq is you get these huge gaps here, which is fine. It's just more difficult. Now, Nasdaq is kind of, up and down here, right? We're kind of below the level, then we're above the level. Don't have kind of clear trend direction for me, but we did break down here. We do have a big fair value gap right there. You could claim that this is a nice little support supply overlap. So if I was going to trade this, I would trade it right at the top of the range. I would wait for that pullback, be quite significant. Okay, so that's something I would do on Nasdaq. Let's take a look at UJ. It's kind of taken off after our trend line break. Seems to be doing a retest entry right there. Okay, that's fine. NZDUSD also breaking out of my trend line right here, waiting for pullbacks. Okay, waiting for pullback to there. UJ waiting for pullback to this level right here. All right. Your AUD. Sure, let's take a look at your AUD. Now, I don't really want to go long on this. Why? Look, I've been really focused on trading with the trend on stream the last couple of days. Well, actually just yesterday, and it worked real great. I find trading with the trend does help me get to that second level, right? When we had the Euro US dollar trade yesterday, we were able to kind of get to the second level of profit here, right? Because it just kind of kept going up, and that was because we were trading with the EMA with that overall trend. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do today. So on this pair, your AUD, we're below that level. We have a pretty big level of supply up there. We didn't break out the bottom, but I would be looking potentially for a sell from this area right here. Okay, let's get back to UJ and NU. These are my potential setups, and let's just do a little higher time frame analysis on these right now, just to get better picture of what's going on. So this is what it's looking like right now. A lot of up, a little bit of a pullback. Do we have a extreme level of resistance? There's some resistance here. But that's fine. That's within range, within our trade, no problem. Okay, that's not a problem. So the 1 hour is all right for us. Back to the 5 minute. Just need a pullback. Okay, we've got the break of our trend line right here. Just waiting for price to pull back and get in. Gold, let's take a look at gold. People are asking about gold. Gold. Look at this. Yeah, okay, so above, below. Nothing here on gold is really screaming at me for a trade this morning, okay? Play it safe. I love to look at gold. We do have a break out the top right here. We did retest the level, and it is going up, which is a great entry on gold. I swear, the top of the line entry on gold, we see it every day. I talk about it all the time. So that is a good entry. If you took it, you'd already be able to TP right here at this FVG, TP1, break even, and then, you know, carry the rest up. But I don't see anything too good there. Let's take a look at oil. People are asking. Oil has now respected our EMA. It is pushing down, okay? We've, excuse me, have the bottom of the range down here. Damn, I'm phlegmy as hell right now. All right. So if we were going to trade oil, let's see if we have some sort of level of supply on the lower time frames. Come on, load, load, load. There you go. So you do have a level of supply on this candle right there on the lower time frame. So that gives us entry opportunity on oil that was just asked for. And you could do it right on that EMA right there. Something like this. Top of the range. That's quite the pullback, but oil does pull back significantly all the time. All right, let's go ahead and just go through some more of these pairs. Someone said EG is an option. EG did now break out the bottom, so we need to have a pullback on EG. So this is, let's pull EG into our limit orders. Let's take a look at GU. That was another main one for us. GU I'm done with. It took off. Wanted the pullback, didn't get it. That's a nice range entry though. Look, it just blew right through that resistance, didn't it? Very, very nice. Okay, what was I looking at? I was looking at EG for a setup. You can see we are respecting the EMA here, and price is tumbling down. Now we have quite a few levels. We had a strong level of supply here. We got another level of resistance here, and we have a level of supply right here. So if we could pull back to the top of our range, we do have an opportunity on EG here. Okay, that's a decent setup right there. So let's see if we get in on EG. We're getting closer on NU right now. This one, it's taking off a little bit. You can see we really broke through our trend line right there. But let's see what kind of a pullback we can get. Let's pull the Fibonacci out, measure from the bottom of this move to the top of this move. There you go. Holy crap, someone messed up my fib and put way too much stuff on it. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. That's how I like my fib. We just want to see price pull back below where? Below 50% to a discount. Then we could get into a trade. Yeah, my Lux Algo orb. Sure, just take a look at this right here. No, people haven't been asking because I've showed it so many times. All we need is the time period 15 minutes, 9:30 to 9:45, UTC -4. Also, UTC -4 in the bottom right-hand side of your screen where my mouse is right now. Did the free trade just hit TP? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the free trade right now. Okay, let's go ahead and got my EG as well. Okay, EG, NU, UJ. All right, we're not too close on these. We're not too close on these right now, so we're okay to go and take a look at some other trades. You got to focus. And how about that, baby? How about that? Smash the TP on the free trade. How about this entry? Holy crap, what an entry. Holy crap. That was a good trade right there. If you like my free trades, consider joining my VIP trading room. I've got deals on all week, baby. I have never tried edge full, I don't think. I've tried edging, if you know what I mean. That's gross. NZDUSD, are we getting close? NZDUSD. Okay, 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 guys, relax. Take it easy on me here. Waiting for this pullback here. Canada, I want the 51st state. They're gay. Yeah, mansion party soon. Mansion party very, very soon. UJ pullback. EG. You know, the nice thing about this stream, and it's like different from a lot of the other streamers, is that like, you know, like you can see me like make money through trading, and like nobody donates, right? Like I've had 31 streams now, and I've had like I think 3 or 4 donations, and while I appreciate that, I don't need donations, and you know I don't need donations. And it's not like one of these guys that he just sits here and he watches videos and he plays video games, and then you donate him like $5 million, and then you go, oh yay, we're moving in, like I bought this guy a mansion, you know? Like that would be annoying. The free signal won. Yeah, how about that? We won. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to do a spin of the wheel, aren't I? I guess I gotta spin the wheel. So we smash take profit on this morning's free trading signal. If you're not in the free trade, look at there. We just had the update right there. 33 pips, trend line break, explosive, explosive win. W's in the chat. Let's put the little money thing on there. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Make sure that you're in the free trading room. Link is in the description. It's absolutely free. That's why it's a free trading room. So get your butts in there. Get your asses in there. Get a free trade every once in a while. Maybe it'll help you win your challenge. Maybe. Or maybe it'll just help you grow your account, okay? Waiting for our pullbacks on a couple setups here to get into something this morning. But while we wait, because we won, let's go into the Wheel of Pat. I spin the wheel and then I select winners at random from people putting W's in the chat. That's what happens. So let's spin the wheel right now. Let's see some W's going into the chat. And whoa, do we have 3 winners? You know, there's this name I keep seeing pop up, and that name is Expector Chain. I don't know what that means, but you got it. And then we got Bel Air Cooling. And then who was the new guy? Where was the new guy? We should give the new guy. It was his first time in here. He was being nice to everybody, but I don't see his name popping up with W's. So let's go with beta underscore version. 3 winners of VIP right there. Those are your winners. Scroll up, take a look at your winners. Enjoy all those winners. And there we have it. All right, so those are the winners. Now, make sure that you are following me on Instagram and DM me proof that it's actually you, okay? So take a screenshot of your name in YouTube, show me that it's you, and DM me that photo, okay? And then I will let you in VIP after the stream. After the stream. Not during the stream, after the stream, okay? And while you're here, hey, why don't you follow me? I have some awesome content. You can take a look right here. Look at this beauty. Talking about my VIP trading room. We are heating up a little bit. We had a slow month, and now we are heating up a little bit. But from January until June, the VIP room was on fire. We almost didn't lose anything. And then, you know, we've been a bit slow mid-June to now, and I think we're going to turn things around. So consider joining VIP. We've always bounced back. We always will bounce back. I believe in my trading. Okay. Okay, what do we got? We have potential pullbacks now. I'm going to clean up this chart a little bit for you. Just a little bit so we can see what is going on. All right, how are we looking here? Okay, that's a big candle down. How are we looking on our other ones? Let's be careful. Okay, EG, we're okay. Same thing on UJ, okay. We're okay there. NU is the one where we're getting pretty close here. You know, only 4 pips, okay? So, God, this trade is tight. This trade is tight. Let's see what kind of reaction we get to this 15-hour demand. Now, we did get the break of the trend line right here. We got the break of the orb, so we're bullish. We are above the EMA right here, so we are bullish. We've got a lot of reasons to buy. Let's see if those reasons turn out to be viable or not. I guess we'll find out. We are catching a candle here, so let's lower this a little bit, guys. Let's lower this a little bit. Vapool, let's lower the entry just a little bit here. We don't want to catch one of these candles. Okay, let's pull the entry just down a little bit further, okay? Just because these are some pretty big candles we're catching right now, all right? This is NZDUSD. You can always see at the top left of your screen. I am not covering it. The top left of your screen. Hello, everybody. I hope that you're happy that we got 3 winners on that first spin. I hope that you're happy that we hit our free win. And what are we having here on AUD, KUD? We got the break, and then we're pulling back. Are we gonna enter a pullback on this one? I don't know. We've already won it. Let's focus on NZDUSD. We've had a lot of success on this pair on stream. So let's see if we can get this one to pull back just a little bit further to about 603.10 is where I'm thinking about getting in on this one. Now we are, you know, rejecting a little bit off of our midline right here. That's a good sign. Get some buyers in on lower time frames at the very least. Can we check EJ? Okay, we have UJ pulling back, NU, EG. EG's pulling back a little bit as well, and I think you wanted me to look at EJ. So let's look at EJ right now. EJ's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? EJ is a sell, and we did break out the bottom, but it wasn't a convincing break, so I don't have anything here for you on EJ. Nothing screaming at me, right? I want it to be obvious. I want it to be, you know, really like obvious, take this trade, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea. If I don't feel that in my gut, then what's the point doing the analysis? You know, obviously you can learn from that analysis, but what's the point of you learning? No, I'm kidding. All right, we are coming down here. Now, you know, it's like I don't like catching these big candles like this, but I did catch the candle pretty good yesterday, so maybe I'll be able to catch it today. Big candle got caught by the zone here, and so these are pretty big candles right here, and they got caught by the zone down here. So let's see if we're going to get into this, see if we could catch this thing and propel it up. Excuse me. 15-minute demand and 5-minute demand, right? That's what we're looking at right now. So multiple demand zones stacking onto each other. Break out of the top here, close, break through the trend line here. There's a lot of reasons to like this trade. Doesn't mean that it's going to work. We also have our Fibonacci on this one right here. If we pull it from the bottom to the top of this move right here, we are getting the pullback that we want below 50%. Into a discounted zone. All right, doesn't mean it's gonna work, right? It doesn't mean it's gonna work. Not everything that I do works. I do lose trades as well. All right, MACD is showing a sell, but you know, that's okay, Crever. I'm not really a big MACD guy. I'm not a huge indicator guy in general. We could pull that MACD up for you if you want. We could take a look at it and see what he's talking about. Well, looks like we have some green volume coming in right here, so that's okay. Look at some buying volume right there. We are above this level. We're above these EMAs, so that looks like we're, you know, buying as well. So I guess you're looking at a different MACD than I am. I'm looking at the 5-minute MACD, but it looks like it's in line with us. What else could we look at? Could we look at an RSI? Sometimes I look at RSI. Is that in my favorites? Or no, sometimes I look at the stochastic. Okay, the stochastic. If it comes down here to my entry, which it didn't there, but if it does come to my entry, it will probably be oversold at that level when we're entering as well. So that's a pretty good sign there. Yeah, I didn't really want to sell Bitcoin. I don't really like selling Bitcoin, right? If you were going to do it, you would be doing it from here anyways, based on the strategy, right? Because you have the break and close down here, and then you wait for the pullback to where? Kind of level of supply. Now, do we have a level of supply? Do we have an obvious level of supply? Not really. Not really. Okay, back to NU. Look, a rejection here. Maybe we'll get in here. Maybe we'll get in here on NU. How are my other pairs doing? Let me know in the chat. Do I have any other potential entries? Let me know in the chat. This was our UJ waiting for the pullback here. Starting to happen. EG starting to happen here as well. Okay, so we got to be careful. I only like taking one trade at a time, all right? I like taking one trade at a time on stream. I don't like to overcomplicate things. So right now, the trade that I've been focused on has been the NU trade. We've had a lot of success on NU. We have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles in a row. It is time for a green candle. Certainly at this level of support here. Decent level of support. Really pushed out of this zone aggressively. Excuse me. Shout out to Crever Play on his wins. Love to see everybody in the chat winning. Love to see the community winning. I definitely have to get a Discord going soon where the chat can kind of hang out off stream and just share your trades and your analysis. I'd love to see more of your analysis. If that interests you, let me know. But I've got to figure this out. Hey, Victoria. How you doing, baby? Waiting for pullback. So NU is the one that we're closest on. UJ is coming as well. Excuse me. My voice sounds terrible today. Yes, I've been talking about the Discord for a month. My plan was to just like come out with the Discord later, you know, when the robot's coming out, but I do like the idea. I should probably work on it, but I'm working on like 100 things. I'm doing these streams, and then I'm doing the video, and then obviously I'm developing my Forex Fury software all the time, my Forex Fury robot, and then I'm developing the new robot, and then I'm building the damn mansion. So there's a lot of things going on in my life right now. And then obviously I have a family too. So I'm doing my best, but definitely going to get a Discord going soon. I appreciate that, Gary. Much love. I have 2 discounts available. I never really discount the monthly plan. What I do is I combine both, so you can get gold and Forex right now for about $75. That is true. And okay, what are we coming here? This might have been better on my original entry. I did pull my entry down a little bit, didn't I? Where was my original entry, though, I think was like here. So it wouldn't have tapped yet anyways, but we're still waiting for this pullback a little bit here on NU. Let's take a look at what it looks like inside my brokerage here. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. It does. It looks pretty clean in my broker as well. You know, can price stay above that level, right? See, what the way I trade is you know, kind of that range-based trading. So you see, like, this is kind of my macro range, and you can see I expect price to kind of trade within this range. Now, if price breaks out the bottom, I lose the trade. That does happen, but the thing is, the range is strong, right? Range trading is really strong because price stays within the range about 70 to 80% of the time. It doesn't break out often, right? Price kind of goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, still waiting for my setup here. We are seeing a bullish candle, which is generally a good sign. It means that there are some buyers there. It's not just 40 red candles in a row. It does mean we have some buyers in the market. I have some indecision on this candle right here, a bit of an indecision right there. Let's see if it pulls down and enters me in. How much do I make a month? Well, some of these questions are hard to answer. I would say over 200. And that is not just dollars. Yeah, I've actually been able to keep up with the mansion build. So I've been trading for 16 years. My biggest gains have been through Bitcoin. Generally long-term Bitcoin positions have been my biggest gains in my life. You don't see me trade Bitcoin much on stream, but I'm generally in really long value Bitcoin positions that last, weeks. 200 Bitcoin, I wish. Then you're really talking. Oh, Forex, I do these scalping, day trades, swing trades. And then Bitcoin, I do just really long holds, sometimes for 6 months, 8 months. Price comes down to a level that I like, I go in heavy, okay? I'm not saying you should, but that is something that I've done, and I've accumulated more than enough money to pay for the house. Just in my my Bitcoin wins. The bulk of my income, so I would say it's a combination now. So for like 12 years, it was mostly through trading, some through my products. And then the last 4 years I came on YouTube, and then now I have like sponsors, and my products obviously sell better. So, I make a lot from the services now that I didn't used to make. That's for sure. And then the Bitcoin holds. So, 50-50 between entrepreneurship and Bitcoin probably. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. I'm hoping that my streams help you on your journey as well. GU might come to entry as well, so we're getting a crazy pullback on GU here. Let's see. Still a ways away, but let's pull GU back into the limit order section. UJ, NU. We've come close on these so far. EG also coming back. It does feel like we will get a trade here today. We're definitely pulling back strong. I appreciate that, Danny. I hope that my way of teaching is, an effective way of teaching. I think that, I don't like being a mentor or anything. I prefer to just kind of be part of the group. But I definitely like sharing my opinions, and I also like listening to your opinions. You guys are always talking in the chat. You took this trade, you took that trade. That's why I should probably get working on the Discord so that, I could watch more of you guys. Gold here, I don't know. I don't have much interest here, guys, on gold this morning. I know you love gold. I know you want me to trade gold more on stream, but there's just nothing here, right? As I'm looking back... you know, I've been really trading with this trend here, and we're below it, but we would be buying. Okay, so it's just kind of against a couple of the rules, and I'm only looking for like A+ setups right now. So we shall see. We shall see. Still waiting on this one. This is the one we've been waiting on the longest, and we've had a lot of success on NZDUSD on stream. So let's see if we can get something going on this one. This is the main setup. I'm trying to do one setup at a time as well. Much love to Victoria, my baby. All the babies. I love all the babies, all the patties, all the babies. How do I copy you on the new broker from the phone? You can never use a copier on the phone. The copier, you need a computer. It needs the software. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to confuse you on there. Man, I gotta go to the washroom, but I'm so close to getting into this trade. All right. Big red candle. We're gonna try and catch it. This is gonna, you know, price may come below us here if we do catch it, but we'll see. I think this might have hit my original entry right there. I think that was my original entry right there. I did pull it down a little bit to be safer, so let's put a line there to see if that was a right or a wrong decision. Okay, that was my original entry. And let's monitor that and then decide. Original entry, let's make that white. Now if the price shoots up to here, I could have TP'd and then I would have been wrong in that decision, but let's see if I was a little bit. Are we on EU again today? Mostly just the limit orders I have set right now. I'm on NU, I'm on a UJ, I'm on an EG, and I'm on a GU. So mostly the NU is the one that seems to be close. So this is the one that I've been tracking most closely. You can see my Fibonacci here. If I measure, you can see we are below that 50%. So we're trying to catch this thing at a discount, and we're trying to catch it, right? We're trying to catch these candles right about here, you know. So this has been a pretty good level of support. So that's where I'm entering the trade right there. Got the break out the top and close. We also got the close. That's also the close through the trend line right there. So we've got a lot of confluences on this one, just waiting for it to kind of pop down into this position and fire to the moon once we enter. You can see here I've also mapped out an original entry. So this was my original entry. You could see we would have tapped in on this one and shot up a little bit here. Maybe we were already partialed, depending on how many lots I have on this, which is about 30 actually. But let's see if we could get a deeper pullback here to a level that we've seen used, right? We've seen this level used a fair bit. Your CAD is on fire. Let's see your CAD. He said it's on fire. Let's look. Yeah, whoa. Never came back though, so wouldn't have had an entry on that one for me. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. This was the free trade that I gave. If you're not in the free trading room, link is in the description. It's free. I gave this free trade this morning and it won. So feel free if you're interested in free trades. And I have a free trade copier as well, also available. Just click the pin message in the free room. Bitcoin, what's my next target on Bitcoin? Well, I don't know. We're so high on Bitcoin right now. You can see hit 123 that I'm very happy with price consolidating where it is right now on Bitcoin. As I have been taking some profits out of Bitcoin near the top here, around 120,000. Which broker do I use? So I use multiple brokers, but you could see actually the crypto broker that I use. I think I have a link to that in the video description as well, so you could check that out below. for where I'm doing a lot of my crypto management and my crypto holds. Usually I don't hold too much within the exchange, but you know, when you're trading, you have to have a certain amount in that exchange, right? Let's see what's going on my phone. Okay, well, it looks like my original entry was pretty good right here. Maybe I was a little bit low risk. I have accounts with Fintura, yes, but we do have a new broker sponsor on the channel, as you can see. Sponsor at the top. Shout out to AAAFX, the new broker sponsor of Trade with Pat. I have been trading with AAAFX for years already. I have a bunch of Forex Fury accounts on AAAFX, so shout out to the new sponsor. Link to them is in the description. They are a regulated brokerage, so you know, for people that want regulation, now we have regulation. The free trade criteria. Let's go back into the free trade for you quickly. I'm trying to see if I get into this trade here. No, I've had a lot of success with Fintura. I definitely disagree with you there. They've been very good for me and have paid me out a lot. I don't trade with a prop firm right now. I trade personal accounts. Really hoping to get into this one soon. FBS, I've never used FBS, so I don't know. I drive a Porsche Taycan. That's my daily driver. See? Right there. And it's like, I know some people don't like electric cars, but holy crap, no one ever beats me off the line, that's for damn sure. I like those. I do like the GT3, I do. I think it's very possible that once the mansion is built and I continue to pull Bitcoin profits, that I may get a GT3 RS, or I could get a G-Wagon too. Oh, Tesla doesn't touch. No, Tesla better not beat me off the line. I hope not. Damn it, original entry. I shouldn't have moved my entry. If I stayed at my original entry, that would have been about 1,400 in my pocket right there. Damn it. You want me to say Porsche? It just seems a bit pretentious in North America to say that. Maybe a Lambo. I don't really like BMW though. No, I'm not a BMW guy. Damn it, this was the trade that I wanted, and look. You know, sometimes you're right and you just missed your entry. Wow. No, robots definitely, EAs and indicators are profitable. You just have to know what you're doing, you know? It's just, you have to make adjustments every once in a while. It's not rocket science. I don't really like a Urus. Oh, shot. It's okay. We've got different taste. Do you know, I like the old BMWs. I just don't like the new ones. The new ones suck. You know, the grills are too big. It looks stupid. I'm sorry. The old ones with the smaller grills, we're talking BMWs from the 90s. The 90s. Those are dope. I hate the new ones. I don't know. It's just my take. I just don't like the look of that big grill. I hate it. Drives me crazy. Lexus is a girl car, so I'm not getting a Lexus. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. My original entry, eh? Look at my original entry. I'd be at 2,000 in profit right now. You know, I like that I got the direction right, but it does stink that I'm not in a trade. What about GU? Now, nothing's coming to my entry. This one, I was so confident in this trade. I was watching this one all day. I had so many reasons to take this trade, and look at it go without me, leaving me in the dust. It was a nice level. It was a good level. Look at this level. Look at this level. And look what it created, right? A little inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. Shoots right up, man. Okay, why did I take this entry? There's a lot of reasons. So the original entry I should have stuck with. So reasons I took this trade. Well, I wanted to take this trade. I didn't get in. Damn it, man. Look at this one. Look at this one. It's just like yesterday. It was just like yesterday. Shout out to In the Woods that is in this trade. Can I trade 4 days a week? Probably not. I do not have the time. I'm developing too many projects. Got to spend time for myself too. I don't even need to be trading. All right, so we have the top of the range. We have the bottom of the range. Price broke and closed at the top. It broke through the trend line. 2 reasons to buy. Then we have a 15-minute demand, which is right here, okay? 3 reasons to buy. Then we have a 5-minute level of demand right here. Another reason to buy, okay? So those are all my reasons to buy. My original entry, I went with the inverse head and shoulders pattern. You can see shoulder, head, shoulder. That was my original entry. I decided when I saw these big red candles right here coming, see, that I would lower the entry to be a little bit safer, okay? Now, I should have made the adjustment when we had some consolidation here to go back to the original entry. I did not make that adjustment, and so I didn't get into the trade. And you can see this trade would have made me over 3,000 now, and I sat on the sidelines. But this is patience. This is life. That is just kind of how things go sometimes. Now, I do have to see if I can find another one. I know, Stephen Baker. I know I've got to take it off the screen. You are right. But we do have traders that are in this. Saiva Sudeva is in this, doing quite well. Let's take a look at some other trades to see if we could get anything going this morning. If we can, we can. If we can't, we leave. Okay, UJ, this was one that came close, didn't enter. EG, waiting on. GU, waiting on. A lot of these kind of took off on me, man. EJ are getting a decent break, but you know, freaking Japanese yen does screw me, and we're later in the... Okay, what else are we looking at? Ironite. Any updates on gold? Well, I was looking at gold. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. What was the play on gold? Gold is now below the EMA, so I would want to sell. And so that's it. It's not, it's, you know, it's a buy setup right now. It's not a sell setup. So I just don't have a trade here, right? It's that simple. I've been using the EMA. It's keeping me out of some bad trades. Here was another one. Broke out the bottom, waiting for a strict pullback there, right? Didn't happen. US oil. Hey, we were pretty close to an entry on US oil as well here. This was my level of supply. So there's a potential on US oil that this could trigger me in for an oil position. This is a decent trade as well. What do we have on oil here in terms of a trend line? Nothing really significant. I guess you could say that's your trend line. Then it retested the trend line and shot down. So that's an oil position potentially. Maybe I have an oil position. NU, I don't know if I could take NU now. It's already tapped the zone a bunch of times. Don't know if I trust my zone anymore if it were to come back. UJ, GU's not coming back. GU, I'm taking off my limit. AUD USD broke. Let's take a look at AUD USD. See if we have anything on that pair there. Okay, this looks similar, guys, so let's consider this one. Our trend line was something like this. Okay. We do have a level of demand here. All right, and that's at our trend line as well. That is my Australian dollar setup. It's above the EMA. We got the breakout of this level. We appear to be trading in the micro range. We've got a good breakout of this area. This looks exactly like our NU setup, doesn't it? So I'm going to set this one up as a potential for entry here on Australian dollar, US dollar. 4 pips. We're going to need to make this a little bit of a larger position here, though. All right. We got something. My free signals happen in any session, but I do have a free signal trade copier. You know that I do. You know that I do. So the trade copier will copy the trades if you're sleeping, if you wanted to. That's your choice. I got to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Which one do we like more? Do we like Australian or New Zealand dollar more? They're both similar. Aussie seems to be... Is Aussie closer? Yeah, Aussie's closer. 6. 7. Aussie might be better because the NZD's already tapped. And this we have a clear demand right here on Aussie. So I think I feel better about Aussie. So I'm going to close my NZD. And I'm going to run the Aussie. My EG, I can still wait on this one. My UJ. That seems pretty far, but we can still wait on that one as well. NZD, let's move out. Really watch that chart all day. And that would have been an awesome win, guys. That would have been an awesome win. In just 2 candles, 10 minutes. Aussie, I'm looking at now. US CAD. US CAD is quite far from entry still. Quite far. Waiting for a pretty significant pullback there on UCAD. All right, so I've got 3 limits open right now. It's the Aussie, the UJ, and the EG. Okay, so what do we got? Why are you not post the week results? I don't know what you mean. I always post results. Today is Wednesday though, so I don't know why I would post end of the week results on a Wednesday, so that doesn't make sense. The mansion's going to be done hopefully in February. I do trade crypto as well, I do, but not really in my trading rooms and not very much on stream. My crypto trades are more kind of personal trades, and usually they're long-term trades. I don't really scalp too much on it. I know a lot of people trade like Solana and Ethereum. This looks like a decent setup here. We have really held this line here, okay? That's 1, 2, and we're gonna hold this thing one more time. If we do, we could get out with a quick win right there on our mid-range. And this is a 23 lot size trade. So let's see if we could get anything going on here. It's a decent level here and a decent level here. Got 2 levels. We got the breakout the top, okay? And the closure. Tells us we're gonna buy. What, let's take the Fibonacci on the recent move. Price is now entering below that 50% discount. That's another reason for us to buy. What else do we got? We got a stochastic. Are we going to be oversold on this one? I don't know, but we are above the EMA here. That's another thing telling us to buy. In the middle here, hopefully when the price pulls down, we pull down to kind of an oversold level, and then we buy up. Okay, you could see on this move here we were oversold, on this move here we're oversold, so hopefully on the third move we can get to oversold on the RSI as well, as we get a potential entry here on Australian dollar. Now we've got a lot of reasons to take this trade, a lot of reasons to like this trade, kind of similar to the NZDUSD trade. I do like my trades earlier in the session though. So I prefer my trades to be, you know, within the first hour and a half of this session. We are kind of getting outside of that time frame now, so we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully we can pull back in and we get into this thing soon. Much love, much love, much love. Some of the house plans, yeah, absolutely. We are waiting for a trade. Why don't we just take a look at the mansion a little bit here? So these are some of the renders we're looking at right here. Look at the chart. Look at the mansion. See, there's my Porsche out front. Can I look at oil? This is what it's actually going to look like, though. Not this area. I'm just going to grass this area. But the basketball net, the 3-car garage, see how the roof hangs off the top like that? The roof will hang off the top like that. Real architecture style stuff. There will be the wood underneath. Really dope looking, really dope looking. The fire pit is already in. Gonna have a TV I can watch up here. Fire pit, oof, baby. Looks like getting a positive reaction here. We're hoping for a little bit more of a pullback to get into an entry. Someone was asking for me to check out oil, so let's go ahead and look at oil. Oil almost tapped my entry. Look at that, huh? Look at that. And then shot way down to take profit. So I guess I was pretty good with my direction on this one as well, wasn't I? Been pretty good with the direction. The housewarming will be in February. Thanks, Twalk. Appreciate it. A cantilever. Yes, I have a cantilever. That's right. Thank you, Quad. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know that I don't know anything. Just a trader. Looks like this one's leaving on me too. That's disappointing. My entry was here. Here. You know, I've been getting the direction right all day, haven't I? It costs in Canada about $5 million for the land, the landscaping, the entire build. The land itself was 700 something. The landscaping's going to be about the same. Thank you, Chris. Make sure to watch my video coming out tomorrow. I've got a huge video coming out tomorrow. It has 2 gold trading strategies in it, Chris, so make sure to watch that one, all right? I'm definitely going to invite some people to the housewarming. If there's anyone local, maybe we'll get a few fans come out. Hang out with me, have a couple of drinks with me. That would be nice. Your CAD flew. Yeah. How about AUD CAD? AUD CAD still going up. This was the free trade today. I hope you got the free trade today. Trading in line with that EMA. We've been going up. We've been going up. Up, 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 up. Am I going to get into a trade today? Maybe. Maybe yes. Maybe no. We shall see. We shall see. We got a decent reaction off of this FVG right here. Some people probably had that FVG entry. Not bad. I'm waiting for my demand zone entry right here on Australian dollar. It's still pretty close, right? This thing is far from finished. I've gotten the direction right. I probably should have 2 or 3 wins already today. I just haven't been able to get the entry exactly perfected. You know, I've just been a little bit short on my entry. That's okay. That's just a part of trading sometimes. It's the last stream of the week, though, so I'd like to get into one trading position. EG dropped. Yeah, EG dropped. 5 million in Canadian dollars. That's right. Yes, 5 million in Canadian dollars. So in United States dollars, that's like 3.6 or something. Oh, that's cool, Quad. I appreciate that. I do have a daughter, yeah. I do business, you know, obviously I sell my services. I have my trading room with a few thousand members in there, where I teach my concepts, and then I have my trading robot, which is Forex Fury, and that's the #1 robot on the internet. If you do a search for Forex robot, I'm the #1 that comes up. GBP CAD T1, good for you. Let's take a look and see at some of my other trades open. Very nice, very nice. All right. Yeah, real estate is expensive in Canada. You know, for $5 million, what you get. Yep, Fury is my robot, absolutely. That's why I'm so good with it. I've been using it for like 8 years, 10 years. EMA, I like a 200 on there. Long-term trend, 200 close. Got a big candles coming here. We got juicy candles coming right here. Might be able to get in on this one. Oh, from New Brunswick? I'm far, man. I'm in the Hamilton area in Ontario. Yeah, thank you for all of the likes. I used to have some programming skill, but not enough to develop an entire robot myself. I always have a team of people that I work with. Right now I'm creating the Trade with Pat robot that automates this trading strategy that we're doing right here, and I'm working with a team of about 5 of us on that. Yeah, top man. I went to MM Robinson. That's where I went to high school, in Burlington. Yeah, I know where Timmins is, absolutely. Yeah, if you come all the way from Denmark, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm looking at pictures of all of you before you come. If you look creepy, you don't get to come to the housewarming party. Yeah, I'll take a look, Patrick. I appreciate you giving me that recommendation. I'll take a look at it and see if it's any good. My Forex robot is about $230. It's forexfury.com. I think 250 right now. My followers are all handsome. They're not creepy. They're handsome, and then they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They got big booties too. That's the Trump. Shout out Mansoor. Always happy. Mansoor is maybe the #1 fan. He never misses a stream, and I would miss him if he wasn't here. So I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate that you're all here. I love it that you're all here all the time. Okay, so what do we got here? We got to get into this trade here. I'm gonna give this 2 or 3 more candles. If I can't get into this trade, I'm gonna go make some lunch. But I think this thing could come down to us. And what was the other one? EG, I give up on you. UJ, kind of give up on you too. It's really up to this one. We're either getting the pullback or we're not getting the pullback. 250 month. I don't know what that means. Is a long back on the menu for Bitcoin? Let's see if we have an entry on Bitcoin. Yeah. Bitcoin looks all right. This seems like a decent level right there. Mid-range pullback. Bitcoin. But the problem is below the 200 EMA, right? So I don't want to take it. I wouldn't take it. But if I was taking it, it'd probably be that. All right. That's probably what I would be doing if I was taking it. Oh, man. How long do I want to sit here? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm on NZDUSD. Yeah, $250 for lifetime. Yeah. For Forex Fury, my #1 trading robot. And the #1 trading robot on the internet, quite frankly. The next robot that I come out with will be more expensive than that. No, not per month. It's a lifetime only. Yeah, I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Did chest today. I don't know if you could tell. Trying to get jacked, but I'm very thin. I have a very thin build. You know, that's why you can see this. No, US dollars. Everything I sell is in US dollars. Can I look at US 30 for Tushar? Yeah, I know. I gotta eat more. I gotta eat more. I'm a thin guy. But at my age, you know, I don't really care that much. I like being thin. You know, at my age, I'm one of the few people that still is thin, let's be honest. Reacting off of this level a little bit here. You know you want to come down to my entry. You know that you do. You know that you do. I turn 40 on Sunday, actually. Thanks, Mr. Mover. I may have some raffle winners that can come to the mansion. For sure. I'll just I'll get a bodyguard so none of you try and snatch my soul. $49 on Friday. Shout out to all of the Leos in the chat. Shout out to all of you. I train alone. I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT tells me what to do. You could buy my robot at forexfury.com. Or I'll type it in the chat. The link to that is actually in the video description. So check the video description for my trading robot. Best robot in the world. All right, tapped into demand, got a reaction. Let's come back a little lower before we get a reaction, please. does look like we're probably going to get into our trade here in a second. See exactly what we could do. We don't like catching red candles like this one, but we don't have much of a choice because we really haven't been able to get into a trade. So let's just get into a trade here and see how this one goes. I got about half. That's right. That's Fat Pat. Thanks, Jose. Appreciate that. Fat Pat back in the game. All right, let's see what we can get in terms of a reaction here. Getting pretty close to our entry. We don't want to see a big green candle now. Let's, you know, show a little bit of green, show some buyers, but then come back and then we'll candle flip. You know, come to my entry and then we'll candle flip. I've had the direction right on all my trades today. I just haven't been able to get the right entry. I've just been a little low on every entry that I've had today. So if this candle shoots up and starts filling before I get in, I'm leaving. I want to get into a trade. I'm not forcing. Yeah, I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to change my entry. My entry is my entry. If the price comes down to the entry, that's fine. We could get in. Hopefully we could get a reaction and we could get a pretty fast scalp, okay? That is the goal on this trading position. Just get another win to get out of the week with 2 straight. Who has my Insta handle? I don't know who has my Insta handle. You know, people pretending to be me, but there's only one Instagram that has the check mark. So make sure that that's the one that you're following. All right. What is the allure of the Aussie dollar? It's really just the price action here. You know, we have good price action. We have a pretty good level right here. And we have a pretty good level of demand right here. And we've reacted off of this 1, 2, and then we're hoping 3 times as we just kind of bounce and do a little bit of range trading, which is something that I like. We also had the break out of the top of the range. That's a bullish indicator. We had the break out of my trend line here, another bullish indicator. We are above the 200 period EMA, another bullish indicator. So a lot of bullish indicators, you know, a lot of reasons to be bullish despite seeing these big red candles. So I do believe we could get some sort of reaction. I'm actually in on this trade for some reason. It triggered me in early. All right. Well, I wanted it a little bit lower, but I'm into the trade, so let's see how we do. Let's see if we could fill some FVGs here and see if we could push up off of this level. Shout out to Vapool. So we're in from here. All right. Up 115. Let's see if we can... let's take a look at our range midline here and see if that is an area we can hit. All right, we're into something. Let's get some claps in here. Let's get some likes in here, and let's see if we could pump off of this level. It looks a lot like the NZDUSD. We've got the direction right on all our analysis today. So hopefully I can get the direction right on the one trade that I'm in. You know, it would be a pain in the ass if this is the one that I get wrong and it's the one that I'm in, but that is trading sometimes. We got about 20 minutes left on stream, so hopefully we can finish this trade, or at least TP1 it in the next 20 minutes. Get ourselves another spin of the Wheel of Pat and see if we've got some winners. I am watching the chart now and hanging out with you guys, with you fine folks. With you fine folks. There we go. All right, let's see what kind of a push we could get here. That's a nice looking push right there. I think we're going to want to go a little bit higher than that, though, aren't we? We want to go higher than that. That's just a start. That's a nice little push. That's a good reaction. I am trading some pretty big lots on this one. I'm trading about 23 lots, so it doesn't take much. But I am getting the reaction that I've been getting all day, which is a good thing. All right, we broke through that first level that I was watching, and we are starting to push up very quickly on a very nice entry on this trade. Let's see if we could hold this a little bit. Can we get to $1,000? Can I get to 1,000? I'd like to see this get to about 1,000. I think the next area that I'm really looking at is kind of the top of the range right here. Can we approach the top of the range? We had a great reaction so far. Let's see if we can stay bullish here, ideally. Now, are we dealing with a little bit of resistance at this level right here? Well, it doesn't look like it. It does look like we're getting a pretty strong push on that as well. Okay. Let's pull this thing down. Adjust the trade a little bit here. See what we can do on this scalp. Sitting at about 900 right now. I could pull this to about here is about 1K. All right, I'm partial right there. That is TP1 right there, and we are in business. All right, and now I'm going to break even. Quick 2 candles, got the reaction that I wanted. The market's been looking pretty good on price action for it today, so nice win right there. Happy to be pushing and doing the right things. All right, so that puts us at 34 wins, win streak of 2. Waited all day for that one. Happy that we got it. And now I'm hanging out in this position looking for a TP2. Hopefully we don't pull back to break even too quickly here, and we could hang out in this position a little bit longer. I do like kind of this area up here if we are to get another take profit. You can see this area up here used as resistance here, Excuse me. I got to use my cough button. So that's an area that I'm looking at for potential TP2. Pulled about 600 off of that. But damn, we are rejecting off of the top of the range pretty quickly here. I'm break even on the stop now, Cohen. So if it comes back to that entry level, I'll be out of the position for my second take profit level. But hopefully we have, you know, some sort of strength of buyers in this area here that can hold that price up, and we can continue up. All right, perfect. TP1 hit. All right, someone hold this price up. I'm just at $100. Why don't I set the... Well, I don't think the commission's going to hurt me too bad. I use a leverage of 1 to 500. The lot size on this trade was originally 23. The lots I have left on this trade are 11.5. Now, hopefully getting a good reaction off of this little support here. So a little bit of support right there off of that candle wick. We're going to need that support to hold if we want to go all the way up to TP2. I'm hanging out with you either way. Yeah, you could definitely call me Papa. Call me Papa Patty. Papa Patty. What's the take profit and stop loss? My stop loss is set at break even. My take profit 1 has already triggered, And my take profit 2 is probably all the way up here, which is kind of a level that was used as resistance here and here. But don't want to talk about take profit 2 too much because we are very far from it. So let's see if we can hold support at this level and break up. Ideally, we want to see the price break through this level here, okay? We want to see the price break through and close above that level. Doesn't seem to be happening yet, but that would be a good sign for us as we just kind of hopefully kind of continue this wave upwards like this towards that take profit 2. All right, nice. Mansour thinks it's going to break even. It's okay, yeah. You know, that's not negativity. There is some negativity that I don't like comes in here. But thinking it's going to go break even once I hit take profit 1, that's fine. Say whatever you want. Tiffany, you can get your answer question however you want, baby. What's your question? Not looking good? Well, I don't know. I don't care. I think we already hit one profit level, so we feel pretty good. I think we got a little level of support below us. This is far from over. I think we got a chance here for this thing to rise up. That's a nice little push we just got right there. Can we close above that next level, right? That's what we're hoping to see. All right, we want to see candle close above this level here. See? What the hell did I just do? Now I can't even touch it. So if we get the candle close above that level right there, hey, how about that? Okay, I told you, far from done, far from done. But we want that candle to close above there, right? And then we could operate within this new range right here, right? So for that to happen, we still need about 3 minutes. We got about 3 minutes for that thing to close. And it's a Wednesday, you know, Wednesdays are really, no, come on, get back up there. You're not gonna learn about Epstein. You can't learn about Epstein. And what's Trump's new one? He goes, Obama with the Russian hoax. Obama. I think today's a great day. It's a lovely Wednesday. How do I handle losing trades? That is a good question, Haley. And I don't handle losing, even after all this time, I don't handle losing trades that well. I'll be honest, I handle losing trades on stream much worse. Because for some reason, when I'm losing a trade on stream, you just seem to get like all these people start funneling into the chat that I've never seen before, just attacking me. Wednesday's a great day because Wednesday is kind of like, it's like I don't have to stream anymore. As much as I love streaming, it's like I do stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then so it's like kind of this thing that it's like, all right, it's done. And now it's like I could feel like it's a weekend, even though Thursday, Friday come along and I'm just going to be like working on my robots and stuff. Yeah. Nobody knows candles better than me. I have the best candles. The greatest candles. Wednesday is Friday. Yeah, for sure. Don't take to your head. I don't know what that means. Yes, Harrigaran. Yeah, I remember you. We did talk on Instagram. You know, I don't really talk to really anyone on social media, but for some reason, Harrigaran sent me a nice message and we had a chat, which is nice. That is rare. Live stream, your pants are down. Yeah, I know these rejections suck, huh? Can I check another pair for you? Maybe in a little bit. I want to see if I could get this candle close here. We got about 1 minute to see this candle close. We want this candle to close in this range here. We don't want it to reject like it's doing right now. We want it to close in this range. If it does close in this range, then I think we can start to continue pushing up here. That's just something we're waiting for. What should I eat for lunch today? We're getting close to the spray tan. That damn spray tan. 30 seconds to go. We want the candle close above that line. And we are above that line right now. That's what we want. That's what we trade for. We pay attention to the small things. That is kind of a little bit of a resistance level for us right now, a minor resistance level. We want to break and close. We've got about 10 seconds. If the candle stays where it is right now, that's a good sign for us as we continue to push up to the next level, right? Good. We got it. That's a good sign. Next is this one. We would want a candle close above this level here, okay? That's the next one we want as we kind of continue to see if this trade can push up. See, once we get the close, we can now use that resistance level as a support level, and this area can hold for the buyers. If it breaks immediately, like it's looking like it does right now, not as good a sign. If it can hold like it is rejecting off of now, that is generally a good sign. So let's see if we can reject off of that level, flip back to bullish, and then come out the next level, right? And we're just kind of each level we have to break in order for the price to continue, right? It's just telling us that there are buyers. We get the candle close, that the buyers were strong, they won the battle. We come up here, we get the candle close, the buyers were strong, and we won another battle, right? That's what we're doing. We're just winning battles, winning battles. Let's win more battles. Everyone thought this thing was going break even. I thought otherwise, and I'm feeling pretty good right now as we trade into this next level of the range here. So hopefully we can get this next break and close, and then we have more buyers. More and more buyers are going to pile into this thing and hopefully pull it all the way up to my second take profit level. I've already pulled about 600 off, got about 500 in it, so I'm over 1,000 in profit with the floating. Excuse me. And obviously, hey, if you like the way that I trade, if you like it, consider joining the free trading room. Link is in the description. Join the VIP trading room. The link is in the description there as well. Now, come on now, let's stay bullish here. Let's push up. Can you hold Bitcoin till 119? I don't know. We're really rangy with Bitcoin right now. I hope that it goes back up. This trade deserves a spin. Well, we'll see. If it hits TP2, maybe we get another spin. $11.20. People are leaving. Guys, remember, I do have a video coming out tomorrow. And it's a gold video. It gives both my gold scalping strategy that I'm using right now, and it also gives my gold swing day trading strategy. So you get both the strategies in it. It's called 2 Gold Strategies Are Better Than 1. I really hope that you're going to watch that, and I hope that you're going to watch the entire video. Just leave it running. Leave it running. Smash the like and let that video run for an hour. I'd appreciate that. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this trade running. I'm going to update you on this trade on Instagram, so make sure you're following my Instagram. Link to that is in the description. I'll be back next week. I think I'm going to go get myself some lunch. It's been a great week. I love you all. I love you all, but that's it. Much love. I'm out of here. Watch tomorrow's video. Don't miss tomorrow's video, please.